Hello and welcome to the Quever channel. I'm Jason, your host. I thought I'd better put a quick video out because my friends have a concern that I've fallen too deep down the rabbit hole of UwU Underground and things like that. The way I've changed my channel image, the way I've changed many things. They wondered if I was being manipulated by e-girls. Oh, okay. Let's put this on in ways that I hope people can understand. Remember, everything I do online, everything I connect with, helps me function. Everything to do with technology, all of the stuff that you see me doing, keeps me functioning every day. When my brain wants to wander off, when my brain wants to go catatonic, if I didn't have all my technology and everything that I do, all of my coping strategies from my arcade machines, my VR, my mobility scooter, my technology, everything that I leverage is to stop my brain drifting away and me going catatonic for 6 hours at a time. To stop me from just drifting. When I get up from my seat and I turn on my Audible book, which one I'm listening to Monster Hunter Siege at the moment. At the moment I turn this computer on, I turn that on, or I listen to the music and I'll come to that in a minute. It isn't because it's fun, it's because if I've got a low level amount of information or music or something going on in my head, it's less likely to just drift away. I'm less likely to become catatonic. Remember, in 2019, they thought I had two choices. The first was to go into a long stay psychiatric intensive care ward where I would be basically drugged up to the eyeballs and may never leave, or an end of life event. Those were the things that they were betting on. Those were the things that they expected to happen. Instead, we leveraged technology. We leveraged every part of VR, games, and everything. This is why I always have backups. This is why I've got multiple computers. Because for me, if my computer fails, it could be very, very bad. This is why every phone I have a couple of phones, I have tablets, I have so many layers of backups, not because I love technology, even though I do love technology, but because it helps me survive. I want to remain independent. I want to be able to live alone, or at some point in time have a girlfriend or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I want to be out there and not in some fucking ward somewhere or on the streets drugged out of my head. For people like me, they end up as drug addicts on streets. They lose their house, they lose everything, they lose connection with reality. And if they do manage to get into a ward and that, they do usually end up not coming back out. They lose their independence. Medication didn't work for me, it made things worse, and that can happen for some people who've got these problems. I was told by my mental health professional who had 40 years of experience that how the hell am I still alive? Because he had dealt with people with dealing with half what I deal with, and they had lost them. So when it comes to technology, when it comes to all of this, it matters to me so much. And for the longest period of time, I couldn't listen to music. My friends on Discord knew this. They would send me videos, and I had to be very careful watching them. They would send me audiobooks they thought on YouTube that they thought I would be able to listen to. But unfortunately, the people who did them had these low-level music tracks in the background, and that triggered bad things for me. You see, for 18 years of my life with Paola before she died, she would fill the house with music every day. She had playlists for everything. She created custom playlists on Spotify, and well, started with eMusic, then on Spotify, then she'd do it with Amazon Music, and in the end, we just started buying MP3s and building our own stuff in our own system. But every morning, when Paola was downstairs with her dialysis machine on and things were going bad, I wouldn't go downstairs until I heard that music. That music was letting me know that Paola was still alive. When Paola died, every single track, every single bit of music became a trigger for bad things. So when I was first introduced to UwU Underground, which is, yes, my favourite band in the fucking world, I ranked them along with my old passion for Meatloaf and things like that before bad triggers happened. But it was different enough that it wasn't something that Paola had chose for me. I got it myself. This was something I was doing myself. And so straight away I found, oh shit, I can actually listen to that. Because it wasn't just the music, it was the hooks into technology. Remember, I used to be involved with a lot of this kind of shit, the security stuff, and did a lot of fun things that I still won't talk about properly, because except with a few friends in private, because there is no statute of limitation on telecommunications in the UK. Yes, I did interesting things. I accessed interesting things. That's as far as I will go with it. But so when I started to listen to the music, first of all, the music, the rhythm, the beats, I love it. But then I started to hear the lyrics. And then I started to read up on the law. And then I started to explore it. And through a couple of my new friends, I actually started using Twitter far more, and found this little niche area of Twitter filled with people who were like me in some way, who were intelligent but grounded, who cared, who had empathy, who talked about cool shit and lots of different subject matters of every kind. And all this came about through my learning through UwU Underground and getting to know them. Yes, UwU Underground is a special interest for me. Definitely. My autistic nature, my thing, I've just locked onto it like thingy. But that's okay. Because it's a positive. It's like saying, oh, you should stop playing games because they're bad for you. No. Games have game world makes sense to me. I would always prefer to play a game world than spend most of my time in the real world, because game worlds make sense. But remember, since 2018, I stopped being able to game alone, and that's where the streaming started. I didn't stream to be famous. I didn't stream to have any kind of following, and that. I streamed because having that camera focused on me connected me enough that I wouldn't drift, that I wouldn't be triggered by gaming without Paola. And so all that came about. So when I decided early on that I was going to change some of the stuff on my channels, my branding and everything, and that, because those brandings were me from 2019, and I've changed a lot since then. And I look at some of the stuff that my friends have got on, like the new people I talk to, and I noticed how many of them have UwU Underground stickers and stuff on their banners and things like that. I thought, why the hell not? This is going to be fun. So I changed my branding for my channels and stuff like that to it. No, I have not been brainwashed by UwU Underground, no matter what happens. These people, their songs, and the community around them, from what I've noticed, from what I've talked to, the people I've done, they're really genuine people. I've met intelligent people who have egos. I've met academia who are so far up their own fucking arse that they don't exist in the real world, and they think they're better than everybody else because they know about something, because they're smart. I hate those kind of people. But I've met some really good people recently in this little community, and they have heart, they care, they have passion, and there's none of that, oh, don't you know, I know this. So, yes, don't worry about me. I haven't joined a cult. And there is a lot of fun stuff that goes on there, and there is a lot of stuff that I can lean into because it's funny as hell to me. Remember, I'm in my 50s. I've fucking done. There isn't really anything that's going on in these situations that I haven't in some way touched upon in my life. So it's just nice to be around the people, like it's nice to be around the people on my Discord, the people who I talk to, like David and Britt. It's nice to be involved with all these kind of things and get to know people that share values and share interests. So hopefully that will explain to people why I've changed the things on my stuff and that I haven't gone just off the deep end. It's just who I am. You know I don't lie. You know I don't limit myself. You know, like a lot of autistic, ADHD and bipolar people or anything like that, when we find something new that's good, we go from 0 to 100%. We don't hold back. We don't limit ourselves. If we find something good, it's 100%. If we find something bad, it's minus 100%. We don't play the mind games. We don't hold back. We let them know if we like them. We don't. They'll always know how we feel. There's no bullshit. There's no deception. There's no, oh, I just want to do this because it'll look good on my resume. No, it's either truth or nothing, and that's just the way it is. So, yes, I'm okay. I'm enjoying myself, having fun. Those that know me know I know enough about all this shit to not. You got to remember, I've been playing with this kind of stuff and playing with the fire and all that kind of thing for so many years. It's fun, it's interesting, but I know how to look after myself and I know the limits. So, bye bye for now.